MelVee Broadcasting Network, a divine voice out of Africa. Remember to like, to subscribe, and to click the bell. Just want to thank you, friends, for following the forgiveness nuggets that I've been posting. I hope they've been beneficial. Some of you have been asking me to give you a bit of details on some of the concepts I explain in those clips. And this is perhaps just to give you a bit of insights into this subject matter. There are many myths about forgiveness. I think I'll address them in another video so that we get deeper clarity on what God really expects us. For now, I just want to give you perhaps some insights on forgiveness. Just a few minutes, so I'll finish off with perhaps 5 suggestions or 5 strategies you can practically apply some of these principles. So stay on until the end of this video. Right, so first thing is that you've got to learn to not hold on to your hurt. Because when you hold on to your hurt, something in you dies. And often it's a relationship you have with a family member or a friend. And sometimes your relationship with God also gets broken because of the hurt you're holding on to. We are not designed to hold on to things, my friends, because God has created this world to move on. Have you noticed how you can't reverse things, but you cannot also fast forward? You can only live in this moment, and that every time you live in the moment of hurt and pain, you live a miserable life all your days. But when you let go, you allow a new breath of life. You allow a new season of joy. You allow new possibilities to come in. So don't hold on. Let go. And I'll tell you a story later on why letting go is so important. But the second thing I want you to consider is that our hurts don't trap us, but we tend to trap ourselves in our hurts. What do I mean? I want you to consider how Africans catch monkeys. The first thing that we do is that we put nice goodies inside a pot, and when the monkey puts its hand inside, it can, if it's not holding on to anything, but the moment it grabs that cookie or that nice nut, the fist then holds it inside the pot, and that's how it's caught. You are caught in life because you don't let go. Don't trap yourself in the hurt. Let it go. Our value does not come from holding on, but from letting go. And I want you to also realize that your value does not come from the people that speak bad about you. So let it go. The third point I want to share with you is that our value, who we are, does not appreciate or decrease because of what people are saying or what they're doing to us. We remain the most treasured person before God. Once you realize that in any situation, it will change the way you think. It will actually add a lot of value to yourself, because when you discover and you hold on to the fact that I am not what has been done to me, and what these people have done to me has got nothing to do with me, but everything to do with who they think they are and how they think about what they have done. And therefore, when you are in a situation of pain and hurt and betrayal or whatever the pain it is, I want you to realize that your value does not diminish because of what people have done to you. So always keep that in mind. And also, I want you to not take things personal. You may be saying, Haibo, what do you mean? It's me who's been hurt here. Yes, it is you, but I want you to know Jesus said before the world hated you, it hated him. So the servant is not greater than the master. So you must realize this hurt has not been done to you alone. This hurt has been done to you, but also to your God. And you are a recipient of the wickedness that also your Christ received. As much as he is the savior of the world despised him. So as a Christian, you don't live your life for yourself, but you live for others. You love others as you love yourself. You're not greater or lesser than others. So always remember that. The fifth point perhaps you must always have, and these are insights I'm sharing with you. Always keep this at the back of your mind. Number 5 is that when we lower our expectations of people and we increase our trust on God, you know what that does? It frees us. It also helps us to not expect too much from people, such that we can forgive them even without receiving an apology for the sin they have committed against us. They stand forgiven, because that's what your God does. While you were a sinner, he made provision to forgive you. You are already forgiven before you even ask for it. So our Father, our God, forgives long before. While we were sinners, he made provision for us. And so we worry less about what people say and do, and rather we worry more about what God expects us to do and what he thinks about us, because we have put our trust in him and not put our expectations on people. Point number 6 is that we must learn to overlook the offense. I'm not saying neglect it, but I'm saying don't pay too much attention to what people do and what they say. If you read from the book of Ecclesiastes, I think it's chapter 7, there's a verse where Solomon says, don't always go about wanting to hear everything that's said, because you're going to hear your servant cursing you. That's a good idea. That's a good point to look at. And therefore, related to that, I want you to stop putting words that are important to the hurt and keeping them in the mind. Okay? Don't associate the act with words of value. Okay? Stop rehearsing it in your mind. Stop overthinking about it. Stop telling the hurt to other people as well. Because every time you rehearse the hurt in your mind, you are strengthening its power and its hold on you. I would rather recommend that you pray more about it. And as you pray, mention the name of the person who hurt you and tell God, I forgive this one. It's painful, it's hard, but forgive him for what he did to me and help me to be not revengeful. And Father, take care of whatever needs to be done, because that enemy of yours or that person who hurt you also still belongs to God. You don't have exclusive access and rights to God. Your enemy, the person who hurt you, also is a child of God. Of course, they're acting like a devil at that point, but their soul belongs to God. And so stop telling the hurt to others. Pray about it. And stop giving too much credit to the hurt. It does not deserve that credit. Stop it. Don't give it too much credit. But maybe let me give you practical steps of how you can actually let go of the hurt right now, not tomorrow. I know forgiveness is not like a surgical procedure that immediately takes away the pain, but it's a treatment process. You have to go through the process to get to the other end. But I want you to ask God to replace the hurt with healing thoughts. Change your mind on how you think about the situation. Change your mind when you think about that person. Ask yourself a question. It's not about me. It's about them and the thoughts they did not take care of. The brokenness is not in you. The brokenness is in them. They could not live with their own brokenness. And so they broke you. But Philippians chapter 4 verse 8 says, finally, brethren, above all things, finally, here's the message. Whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is of purity, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, these are the things you must think about. On that list, my friend, there's nothing like whatever is hurtful, whatever is painful, think about it. No. Your thoughts must always be about the good things. The bad things, put them out. And like I said earlier, forgive this person who's responsible for hurting you. And here's a short prayer you could say, very short and to the point. Father, I forgive so and so, mention their name, for hurting me. I ask that you may also forgive me my sins as I forgive him, and help me not to revenge. Simple prayer, 2 minutes. You could even rehearse it in your mind whenever you feel the feelings of hurt and pain come, because hurt doesn't go away immediately. It's like a smoldering fire. Even after you've put it out, there's always a smoke and an ember that remains somewhere. You continuously have to continue putting it out until finally the fire is gone. It doesn't end just like that. Keep that prayer in your heart. Number 3, practice this principle I call stop, pause, and pray. SPP. Stop, pause, and pray. When someone hurts you, don't move forward quickly. Just take a stop in your thoughts, in your actions. Stop everything. All right? And even if your mind is telling you, do this, practice the pause. Pause that action before you do it. All right? And before you even do anything, pray. Did you get it? I hate you. Or you discover someone is cheating on you. Stop. Literally stop what you're doing. Okay? Your mind is going to tell you, say something, attack them, do something, speak back, whatever the case might be. That's the point. I want you to pause that action. Don't do it immediately. You think you want to do something. Because when we act in our haste, in our anger, in our frustration, in our resentment, we always mess up, and 2 wrongs don't make a right. That's why God says, forgive them and leave vengeance to me. So pause. Allow God to direct your thoughts and your paths, and pray about the situation. Pray about how you feel. Tell God. You can't fake your feelings to God. He knows. So tell him exactly how you feel. So stop, pause, and pray. And take time to act. Be quick to hear, but slow to act. All right? And the other thought I thought I would share with you is that, did you know that you can actually use your hurt as a stepping stone? Because when we are hurt, it never leaves us feeling the same. Our threshold of feelings on the area we are hurt gets even higher, meaning we are more sensitive now to the type of hurt that we experienced, and we can easily see it coming from afar. And therefore, you could use that transformation that's in you to help others who are going through the same patch, because you have experienced it before, and you can help them get out of the ditch safely and avoid some of the mistakes you may have made when you acted in haste and you regretted your actions later on. Finally, I want to say, practice this principle that is espoused in Philippians chapter 4, verse 6. The idea is, stop worrying about the hurt. Stop dwelling on it and worrying what's going to happen, who's going to know about this, why did it happen to me, and why me, why must I forgive, does my feeling not matter, why should people get away with murder? Stop worrying about it. Philippians 4 verse 6 says, do not be anxious about anything, including your hurt, but in everything, including your hurt, by prayer and by supplication, let your requests be known unto God. And verse 7 then says, and the peace of God that surpasses all understanding shall keep your hearts and your minds. So you need God's peace, which is not the absence of a storm, but the presence of God in the storm. Peace be still, Jesus said to the waters. The waters didn't disappear, but he took away the roar of the waves. The people will still be there, but God is going to take away the sting from the pain. Don't worry about it. By prayer and supplication, submit it to God, and He will keep your hearts. So as a Christian, we have no reason to live a miserable life because we've been hurt. When we practice these principles, God sets us free. So God bless you, my friends, as you consider how to get over your hurt today by applying these principles. Amen.
MelVee Broadcasting Network, a divine voice out of Africa. Remember to like, to subscribe, and to click the bell.